FC Augsburg is pleased that the contract with defender Felix Uduokhai, who has already played 91 competitive games for the FCA, will be extended prematurely by another year until June 30, 2025. 1. FC Kaiserslautern has hired central defender Nikola Soldo, the 22-year-old Croatian U21 international with experience in the Bundesliga and on an international floor, comes to the Palatinate on loan from Bundesliga club 1, FC Köln.
VfB captain Wataru Endo changes to Liverpool. Manchester City accept Laporte offer from Al Nassr. Coinbase Financial Markets Incorporated secures approval to bring federally regulated crypto futures trading to eligible U.S. customers. Valkyrie files for Ether futures ETF with the SEC.
Shiba Inu's SHIB Tier 2 solution Shibarium goes live on Ethereum mainnet. PayPal to halt UK crypto sales until 2024 to comply with new FCA rules. Vitalik Buterin calls X's community notes an example of crypto values. El Salvador's Bitcoiners teach 12-year-olds how to send sats. Stephen King says he may continue the Talisman series. Apple TV Plus reveals the Buccaneers' premiere date and first look photos. Scott Pilgrim takes off teaser. Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead and more original cast return for anime series. Mark Ruffalo, Lily Reinhardt and Cooper Raiff to star in TV series Hal and Harper. 2 more cast.
Barbie crosses USD $537 million at domestic box office, surpasses The Dark Knight to become highest-grossing release for Warner Bros.
Ohio will vote on legalizing adult-use recreational marijuana in November. South Dakotans may again vote on legalizing recreational pot in 2024. Trump supporters post Fulton County, Georgia grand jury members' names, addresses online, booing and walkouts after U.S. group The Killers tell Georgia audience, Russian fan is drummer and he is their brother. A Spanish flag of 120 square meters will preside over the castle of Alba de Tormes, at Vox's demand.
Ocean Cleanup Group removes record 25,000 pounds of trash from Great Pacific Garbage Patch in one extraction.
Iraq set in battle against dollar smugglers, central bank governor says. Recently Iraqi banks slapped with dollar ban, said they are ready to challenge measures. Zambia is holding a private plane coming from Egypt carrying $5 million, gold and pistols. Opposition leader Democratic Party leader, Lee appears for prosecution questioning over corruption scandal. Bikayin Dong probe, not here as UK PM but as a Hindu. Rishi Sunak meets Ram and Kathakar, Gujarat-based Maury Bapu at Cambridge. Japan's main bullet train services, Shinkansen halted for hours over heavy rain. Between Tokyo and Hakata, Swiss government plans CHF 2.6 billion railway investment. Recently Swiss Rail told to be behind on billions of francs of rail maintenance.
Nearly a quarter of Australians now hold crypto, as Bitcoin dips below $29,000. As Bitcoin adoption soars, Brazil reports a record 3.3 million cryptocurrency users in June. More than 500 scam tokens detected on Coinbase's new blockchain base. IA loses minor fee for loot box legal case in Austria. Venus Williams to play in 24th US Open after receiving wildcard, along with Wozniacki and Eisner.
England beat Australia to reach Women's World Cup final. USWNT head coach Vlatko Andonovski has resigned following Women's World Cup elimination. Poland plans to move around 10,000 troops to border with Belarus, after planning the biggest military parade in decades.
Burger King says tomatoes on vacation as India battles food inflation. Following McDonald's, Southeast Asia turns to alternative meats as fight against climate change ramps up.
China appears to be building an airstrip on a disputed South China Sea island. Russia fines Reddit $20,400 for not removing banned content of fake military information. German government approves controlled legalization of cannabis use. Legalize cannabis MPs to push draft NSW. Victoria, WA drug legalization laws in Australia. Russian army commander dismissed for Ukraine war failures dies in Moscow. US asks Iran to stop selling drones to Russia.
COVID-19 excess deaths in Peru's 25 states in 2020 for nationwide trends, confounding factors, and correlations with the extent of ivermectin treatment by state, shows that reductions in excess deaths over a period of 30 days, after peak deaths averaged 74% in the 10 states, with the most intensive IVM use. As determined across all 25 states, these reductions in excess deaths correlated closely with the extent of IVM use. During 4 months of IVM use in 2020, before a new president of Peru restricted its use, there was a 14-fold reduction in nationwide excess deaths and then a 13-fold increase in the 2 months following the restriction of IVM use. Pig kidney works in a donated body for over a month, a step toward animal-human transplants. Pain after a heart attack may predict likelihood of death within years following, study finds.
Washington's largest ferries, Washington State Ferries, will soon make switch to hybrid electric, with a $150 million contract. The room temperature superconductor candidate from South Korea, LK-99, isn't a superconductor, could more likely be a magnet. NYC bans TikTok on city-owned devices, amid backlash against China-based owner, over security concerns. Discord.io suffers massive data breach, announces closure.
Menstrual discs may be best for heavy monthly blood flow, as they outperform pads and tampons.
Researchers discover key role of amyloid precursor protein in neurogenesis, neural cell generation, in humans. New brain maps reveal the individual brain changes and similarities linked to different mental illnesses, saying hello linked to higher well-being, but with limits.
Glucose deprivation induces cancer cell death through failure of ROS regulation, or of transformed cells associated with large transcriptional changes. A Pennsylvania study suggests links between fracking and asthma, lymphoma in children.
Tyrolean Otzi, the Iceman genome unveils surprising ancestry and baldness, dark skin, traces his roots to present a turkey. Social media study reveals just 52 doctors spread COVID-19 misinformation to millions in U.S.
Reduced gray matter in frontal lobes linked to teenage smoking and nicotine addiction. Young vapors at higher risk of bronchitis and shortness of breath, regardless of whether or not they smoke other products. DC Universe Online will launch on latest generation consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X this holiday season. Manchester United told senior staff that Mason Greenwood will return, following the dropping of all charges against Mason Greenwood in February 2023. Manchester United has conducted a thorough investigation into the allegations made against him. Leonard Bernstein's family defends Bradley Cooper's portrayal over Maestro Nosro.
Vladimir Putin plans meeting on Russian currency controls after ruble's slight and recent rate hike, to ramp up controls after central bank fails to save the ruble. Zhongrong Trust's missed payments trigger fears among Chinese investors, as state-backed trust firm misses $19 million in wealth management payments.
Jordan's illegal market for drinking water had been linked to half of Jordan's drinking water being lost through illegal acts.
Uncle Sam wants migrants. Facing shortages, military recruiters trade citizenship for service. An entire police department in Minnesota City resigns over $22 an hour pay and recruitment, saying there's zero incentive to work there. Intel fails to get Chinese approval for takeover of Israeli chipmaker Tower Semiconductor for $5.4 billion, and China review delay.
Tesla supplier CATL unveils battery that can add up to 400 kilometers, 250 miles of range in 10 minutes. NASA's incredible new solid-state battery pushes the boundaries of energy storage. This could revolutionize air travel.
China launches Ludi-Tans-4, first geosynchronous radar satellite able to map 1/3 of Earth. Danish-made hypercars Envo Aurora revealed with quad-turbo V12 hybrid powertrain, 1,850 HP. Visser, Formula One Ferrari team in 2024 will change engineers and design philosophy. Bomb threat causes mass evacuation at DEF CON, the world's largest hacking conference in Las Vegas. National Weather Service sent erroneous tsunami alert to South Texas. Iran sentences Saeed Roustaee, filmmaker of Leila's Brothers over selected movie, to 6 months in prison. The first child conceived after his father's death was born in Portugal. France overtakes UK with number of millionaire residents, as France is in third position behind the United States and China. Eurozone industrial output books surprise June growth.